Hello everyone, we're back again with another one. I hope you're all doing great. So we're back again looking at BTC USDT on a trading view platform. So from it right here right now we're gonna do some technicals and see what we can anticipate from the market and what we can drive from the market and what we can get from the market from a technical standpoint and also a little bit of a sentimental standpoint. So firstly, we are currently on a live chat right now. So first let's check out the sentiment index and we can see what's there. So yeah, this is a sentiment index on a site called alternative.me. So currently right here, this is the sentiment meter and we are currently still on the greed radar. So meaning to say, from a sentimental standpoint, the market is still on a greedy anticipation from the market, so there's still a lot of FOMO in the market. And if you can still remember, on a previous video we talked about last week we had a CPI news release which came out very huge numbers. Over 3 decades there wasn't a number that was high as that number. So meaning to say that a lot of investors were going into BTC for hedging against inflation and all sort of stuff. So that being said, what you need to keep in mind is that now this is a time for what the investors to position themselves on BTC, meaning to say them getting those that money flow into BTC is not for an immediate pump, but for what? For a hedging against inflation and also for an investment, which expect any investor, whenever they invest, they are looking for what? Returns. But for now we are looking at what? Positioning in the market. So that news will lead to what? That will lead for what? A bigger position in the market. And as you already know, positioning occur during an accumulation phase or reaccumulation phase. And as we are already from us, so let's get back to the technical so we can explain this in more terminology. So we are back at the chart. So what you need to keep in mind is that right now, definitely BTC is still in a bullish circle, but what? In an accumulation phase, because with all this news coming in the market and with all this FOMO getting in the market, a lot of fear of missing out getting in the market, we're gonna see a lot of surge down to the downside in the market. Because of what? Because a lot of people have been getting into that FOMO money, and as you already know, when everyone is buying, that's when you should be selling, and when everyone is selling, that's when you should be buying, as the saying goes, vice versa. Anyway, so from a technical standpoint, as I talked about last week on our last video, I talked about this pattern that we already had, this parallel trend line in between, and what we had this top that we had over the news release of that 2% increase after that release, and what we had that surge to the downside. As you already know, I talk about we're gonna have a retest around this region or before the dump or something like that. So we had a retest around this region. I talk about this zone in general entirely, and we had that huge retest around that region overall. So after that we had this decline to the downside now. So as you already know, we are coming forward to this level to test this trend level, and after that we can have another decline or break it, retest around this region, something that looks like this, something that looks like this, something that looks like this, then something that looks like this. So what we're anticipating is something to have a little bit more of a deeper correction. So after we came in, there's a strong support level that I forgot to mention on the video, so now I'm gonna talk about it right now. So the support level that we're gonna anticipate that maybe there will be a little bit of a reaction over that certain area is this level. So this was a strong level. We had a few tests around this region, so that doesn't mean that the level can hold, but we're gonna have a reaction on that level. So it's like a reaction level that we might anticipate a movement, and we might anticipate something that looks like this, or something that, or after that dump again, then we can see something that looks like this at the region, and we might tap above here, back to here, push up again, then we can go for that second test. So as you already know, as I was saying earlier on the video, that this is like a whole accumulation phase. It's not like a sign of like a shift in an overall trend. So this is like a short-term movement that will occur over like a period of a week or two. So as a smart trader, what you should know, or as someone who's day trading or someone who's getting into BTC, now it's like a time for what? Positioning in the market. So if you want to buy the dip, yeah, you can start positioning yourself, but don't expect the market to give you that after buying that you're going to see another pump in the market, because from a trading standpoint or from a day trading standpoint, we're actually going to go more a little bit of a selling. We will have more a little bit of more selling pressure in the market. And as you already know, after we took out this low that we had here, what I'm anticipating is this zone. So I want to see some reactionary level at this zone, and once we tapped at this block, then I will anticipate what a pump to a push to the upside. So this is like the game plan about BTC and what we can anticipate from it. This is what we're gonna anticipate. I want to see that pump to the downside after we had that little bit of a push to the downside after we came down to this region. Yeah, this region. Then I will look for what reactionary pattern or something that looks like this at this region. Then I'm anticipate what a push to the downside. So as far as I'm concerned, yeah, something that looks like this. So this is as far as I'm concerned the game plan on BTC. And as a day trader, also as a smart investor, you should be wary of BTC because of what? With all this information coming into the market, with all this people saying a lot of people like hedging against inflation. This is a time for positioning in the market. So we're gonna have something that looks like this. And if you're familiar with the schematics, you will understand. Okay, this is like an accumulation schematics. We will have that spring at this level, and after that spring at this level, then we have a secondary retest or something like that. So I hope you guys can take advantage of this. And for a short-term trading perspective, you can look to short a BTC around this region, like anywhere around this region. Like it's a good area for what? For shorting BTC to the downside in the market. So I hope this video was helpful to everyone. And also guys, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and also click on the link on the description. You can check out our Discord channel. We have a free Discord group whereby we share trading ideas, trading setups, trading signals, and we have a lot of technical classes, and also we have a whole crypto course there. So please guys, check the video out. And yeah, you can go to our website also, www.waptutors.com. You can register there. We have a lot of tons of information on how to trade and also how to take advantage of all this stuff. So thank you. Make sure you like the video again. Thank you all. We have a great time.